Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Oh, I see we already have some people in here. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What a day already. It's 10 a.m. where I'm at, Central Standard Time. I'm in Mississippi. And if my hair is a holy mess, I think, anyways. It is only like 70 degrees outside, which shouldn't be hot, but it's like 1,000% humidity. So it feels hot to me. What was I thinking coming to the East Coast? I hate humidity. Probably gonna have to do something different with this hair. All right, guys, let's get this started. So just a quick FYI, we're only going to be in here for about an hour today. The last couple of live streams I did went for a couple of hours, which was a bit long, but I know I haven't done live streams in a while, so that's why I just kind of went with it. But I'd like to keep these to about an hour since I'm going to try to start doing these once a week. So if you guys have questions, put them in the comments below, and if you can, put a * ahead of it, question mark after, and I can get to your question a little bit quicker because I can see it better. All right, well, let's get going here. Who do we have here? Jen Humphrey. Hello, Jen. Let's see, good morning. How does auto insurance work when you live full-time in your van? Do the rates differ if you live in full-time? So there's only a couple, well, I shouldn't say there's a couple of companies. There are companies that obviously insure you if you're a full-timer. Progressive seems to be one of the best ones that I think most people go with because they do actually have a full-timer's insurance package. So I was actually with Geico prior to getting my RV. And then when I got my RV and sold my car, I didn't have an additional car with me at all. Geico said they couldn't insure me for full-time insurance because I didn't have my car. It was kind of a weird deal. So I went with Progressive. So it's not hard. As far as the rate, I mean, I think I'm paying, what am I paying? Like $85 a month or something like that. So that's for a Class B brand new. I think on my Class C, I was paying about the same. I don't remember it being very different. Hopefully that answers your question. All right. Karen, hopefully it's warming up in your part of the country. Yes, it is. Well, it's just humid. It's crazy humid here. So I guess weather can't always be perfect. Who do we have here? Lola. Hello, Lola. She became a new story chasing member. Thank you so much, Lola. I appreciate that. Good to see you here. And where are you at? I know you're starting your journey too. Lola, I'm going to just talk about you a little bit, okay? Lola is from Florida. She's newly retired. We're so excited. And she is in my class, the Nomad Mentorship Bootcamp. And that's how we got to know each other. And she's launching into her nomadic world in the last couple of months, I think. Sold everything she has and is hitting the road. So excited for Lola. Okay. So I'm in, did I tell you this earlier? I'm in Mississippi, near Gulfport, Mississippi area, and on the coastline. And yeah, it is just crazy humid here. I've enjoyed it though, for the most part over here, except I got eaten alive the other day by mosquitoes. I didn't even see them. I don't even know what happened. I didn't see them, nothing. Didn't even feel them bite. Usually you can feel them bite. Didn't feel it. And I've got probably 30 bites all over me. So I've been using that, what's it called? Afterbite. It works for maybe all of like 10 seconds, I feel like. So I'm going to go to the store today and see if I can find something else. I think like, what is that stuff called? It's that chalky looking stuff. I had it when I was a kid. Isn't it kind of like a pinky color? Whatever that is, I'm going to get that. Gosh, I can't think of the name. It starts with a C. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. If you guys know, put it in the comments. But anyway, so I got to get something different because this is just not working. I'm itching like crazy. It makes for a miserable night's sleep. Let's see. Brenda says, good morning from Minnesota. Hello. Dear lady, keep up the great work at eating healthy. You're more than your body. I think you've proven that by all the inspirational videos. Aw, Brenda, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Yes, keeping up that healthy eating. I haven't been walking as much because of this weather. I need to, so here's the dilemma. I need to figure out something different because, I conserve water a lot. So I typically will wash my hair like every 3 to 4 days, depending on, weather. On the West Coast, if I go out and exercise, I don't like wholly sweat like I do here because of the humidity. So I feel like I'm pretty much going to have to, wash up my hair and everything once a day in the van to get out and go walking. Because I'm telling you, it's like so hot. And I'm assuming I'll acclimate at some point, but it's just hot. It's the humidity, really. It's not the heat, but it's the humidity. So you just feel sticky and wet and gross. So I'm not trying to be complaining about it. I'm just trying to figure out like a solution. So I'm going to have to figure out where to get water more often and just be more diligent about that because I'm going to go through my water like really fast. Okay. Let me catch up here. Carol says, thanks for taking us to so many great places over the last couple of years. Oh, you're so welcome, Carol. I hope that so you guys all in a couple of videos ago put a ton of places for me to go to when I'm on the East Coast. So I've gone through all of them. I've marked them on my calendar. So hopefully you guys will see some of the places you told me about. And I know I won't be able to get to all of them, but you guys had some amazing suggestions. So there'll be more stories to come with that. Matilda, hello. A heat wave in SoCal. Okay, interestingly, I just looked at the weather. I think that might be kind of going across the US because I noticed that down in Florida, they got like some 90-degree weather this week. I thought it was supposed to be cool in Florida right now. What's going on with that? This weather, I'm telling you. All the cold weather and then now the heat. Hopefully you are surviving the heat, Matilda. Oh, Deborah says, you're in Florida. How is the temperature there, for Deborah? In Florida, you said such a beautiful day. Altamont Springs. I'm trying to think. I don't know which side that's on. Sorry. Okay. Azzy2s, hello. Good evening from the UK. Clear blue skies and warm today. Oh, good for you. That's amazing. How are you guys doing over there? Hopefully you guys are coming out of that whole lockdown you guys have been under a lot lately. Brenda says, love that bandana. Oh, thank you. I actually got this in Marfa. If you guys saw the video that came out yesterday, I think. Did I have this the right way? Yeah. Oops. Let me pull that shirt up a little bit. Yeah, I got this in Marfa. I love it. It's really lightweight, and I just love the rusty red color of it. Thank you. Rhonda says, hello. Hey, Rhonda. So good to see you here, girl. Amy Dare, you too. She's in Florida too. What's up with this weather, Amy? I'm going to be seeing you soon. Uh-oh, Michelle. Hey, Amber, the humidity will only get worse as the year progresses. It's snowing in Maine and 34 degrees. You should wait a while to come here. Yeah, I won't be there till like July, I think. But we still need to talk about that. Yeah, I remember when I was on the East Coast, and what was it, 2017, and I felt it. It was crazy bad. I'll live through it though. We're gonna get through it. I'll acclimate. I'll have to probably dress differently. Maybe just put my hair up more, because my hair is so fine. It just like, I actually curled it this morning and like, this is what's left. It's so fine that it just doesn't hold curl, especially in humidity. So I grew up in Texas in the Dallas area, and it was really humid there as well, and surprisingly, and yeah, it never did well. I grew up in the 80s where like big hair was the thing, so I always had to get a perm to do you remember those? Had to get a perm to get any kind of fluff to it, any kind of like, bounce. And that we had the big bangs and stuff then. Yeah, those were the days. Finding Joy, hello, good morning. Oh, he asked a question here. Where in Florida are you going, or have you been and are gone? No, I'm actually still going there. I'm on my way. So I'm in Mississippi right now. I suspect I'll be in Florida within a week. So I'm headed to just doing the coastline. So I'm sure I'll probably go into interior Florida just a little bit, but I haven't really planned that far out just yet. I've only kind of planned down the West Coast to Key West. So I'll be in Key West for a little bit, and then the Miami area for about 4 or 5 days, actually just north of Fort Lauderdale, and then up the east side of Florida, and then just making my way up towards Maine on the east coastline. Again, I'll probably go in a little bit, but yeah, if you guys have some cool places for me to go to while in Florida or any of that East Coast area, let me know. I'd appreciate it. All right. Good morning, everyone who's saying good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Linda. No-see-ums, is that what they are? Oh, you know, I had those they're tiny little bugs, I think. Yeah. They were all over me the other day. I was working on the van under the hood and they were all over me. Yeah, it's bad. And they're super itchy. Even like there's one patch on my leg that looks like they bit me about 10 times. It's almost like a rash. It's really weird. I've never seen anything like it. So does the same like mosquito repellents or like essential oils and stuff work for no-see-ums? Matilda says that's the most humid place I've ever been. Yeah, it's awful. Oh no, Karen also said no-see-um land. Oh, I didn't know about these here. Well, now I know. Oh, Danny, there you go. Calamine lotion. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was. That's what I need to get on it, because I think that's always worked for me in the past. My mom used to tell me to put bleach on it, which I have done before, and surprisingly, surprisingly it works, but I don't really like to put bleach right on my skin. No. All right. Karen says calamine also. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Amy also said that. Frisco, love from Kuwait. Ooh, holy cow, that's a long ways away. Hello, how are you? Thank you guys all for the suggestions. Karen says try witch hazel. You know, I think I've tried that before, Karen. I don't feel like it worked on me for some reason, but maybe I'll try it again. Maybe it's different for no-see-ums. I'm gonna just get to buy it all at the drugstore. I'm telling you. Matilda says use Benadryl, works great on bites, dries them out. Benadryl. Oh, is that the little stick? Is it like the afterbite stuff too? I think I've seen that before. Okay. Let's keep going. Ooh, Tony. Hello, Tony. You gave me a super chat, $25. Thank you so much. No question, just wanted to help a little bit. Appreciate your channel. Aw, thank you so much. That's so generous of you guys. Thank you. I love doing this stuff for you guys too. I mean, I'm on this amazing trip, but I really do love showing all the stuff, like where I'm going and what I'm doing along the way. And it's been amazing, actually. The Mississippi coastline, I've been so pleasantly surprised, except for the no-see-ums. Don't like those. But other than that, like, it's been really amazing on the Mississippi coastline. Oh, and I went to New Orleans too. Those videos aren't out yet. I didn't away. But I will say this. So I didn't think I would like New Orleans. I had a very, very low expectation of New Orleans because I always think of it as like super crowded and just, you know, just a very crowded city and very compact. And I don't know. I just didn't think that I would like it. And I absolutely loved it. I was there for 2 days. I almost stayed another day, but then I was like, no, I need to get to Florida. So I might hit it on the way back in the fall. But yeah, it was quite amazing. I absolutely enjoyed it there. The trees, I have a surprise for you in the video. I'm not going to say anything about it, but it is about trees. I'll tell you that. It's crazy amazing there. They're trees. I found the most beautiful tree ever. Okay, so G, Photo Girl, best remedy for mosquitoes for me is Avon Skin So Soft Lotion. You can buy it on Amazon. Oh yeah, I've heard of that too. I might try that actually. I used to use that a long time ago. In fact, I think I will. I'm going to write that down. Because someone also told me to do apple cider vinegar inside of your water, like, or just take it straight up, which I actually put it in my water, but I think I'm gonna put more in there. That's supposed to like prevent them from actually biting you. Something about the pH level in your body, and they're not attracted to that. Can you buy Skin So Soft at like Walgreens or little pharmacies like that? Tara, buenos dias. Hello. Beautiful day here in central Gulf Coast, Florida. Okay, it looks like you guys are getting a lot of heat though. Is it humid there, Tara? Let me know. I'm terrified of the humidity. Just kidding. Lola says, love your new scarf. Thank you so much, Lola. I love it too. Where are you? Did you say that yet? I probably haven't come across it yet. Or if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to say. I understand if you don't want to say it on here. Azzy says, you were so right in everything you said in the last vlog about the nasty people. Yeah, that was... Sorry, guys. So I just want to put this out there really quick. There are some people who said I shouldn't have said anything at all. Because when I stated that 99.8% of my comments are amazing, that means 0.02% are, or sorry, 0.2% are not great, and that I should just focus on the 99.8%. And the thing is I do focus on the 99.8%. That is the only video I've ever put out in my entire time of doing YouTube videos. So I think I always focus on the positive. I think you guys know that. I'm always focusing on the positive, and I don't usually make videos like that. I don't usually address these things. It just felt like, especially lately, maybe it was this last year, that there has been way too many negative people out there, and especially making these fat shaming comments, body shaming comments. And I see it on other people's channels too. It's not just mine. So I felt like I just needed to address it. Whether it helps or not, I feel like the more we can bring attention to the matter, the more hopefully people will change. I don't know, pipe dream maybe, but there's that. So anyways, there's my little thing. Okay. Carrie Lane, I recently found your channel and love your videos. I'm on the hunt for my own van, and I'm looking to begin a new chapter of my life in June. Ah, that's amazing. I'm so excited for you. What kind of a van are you looking for? And are you selling everything? Like, kind of what's your story? Maybe you can put that in the comments too. Love to hear about that. And where are you starting out from? June isn't that far away either. Wow, Italy. Hi, David. How are you? From San Giovanni. I said it right, I think. San Giovanni, Italy. Okay, Deborah, Northwest bordering Orlando. Okay. I think I know where that's at. Thanks, Deborah. Okay. Oh, Tara says we're talking about the temperatures in Florida. Currently 79 degrees and 71% humidity here south of Tampa. RH. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'm assuming that's humidity. Martha says it was probably no-see-ums, which will eat you alive, but you don't see them. Hello from Martha and Tony in Virginia. Hello. Yeah, I didn't. I could feel them a little bit here and there. I actually saw them flying around. Gosh, those little buggers. That's awful. I did hear they're kind of bad in Florida, I think. Finding joy. Where in Florida are you going, or have you already been? Oh, I already answered your question on that one. Matilda says baseball caps look great on you. That'll be the trick. Yeah, it will. I always like hate wearing them all the time. I'm gonna have to stock up on more baseball caps. I did get a new one recently. Carol, I'm still in recovery from my spiral perms in the 80s and 90s. I know. I feel like my hair never bounced back from that either, Carol. Oh my gosh. Spiral perms. I remember those. Oh my gosh. Like those little rods that they would put in, the long ones, and it would do the spiraling. Yeah. That was like in the 90s, I think, right? Or late 80s when that came out. David. Hello, David. Plan for at least 2 nights in the Destin area. Beautiful beaches. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I do have a plan for that area for a little while. Thank you. I'm excited to see all the beaches in Florida. I know that like this is pretty nice here, but it's going to be different there. Hey, 30 and a wake up's here. Hey, Kevin, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Haven't talked to you in a couple of days. That's Kevin from 30 and a wake up. If you haven't seen his channel, go visit his channel. He's also in a van. I've interviewed him before on my channel. We've done a couple of videos together, but he has a Winnebago Travato. It's the National Park Edition, and he's also traveling around. He left Florida, probably a month ago, I guess, which is where I'm headed. So he's given me some ideas of where to go and what to see there too. Okay. Cigar Man says, I'm stopping by. Hello, glad you could stop by. Oh, Lee says, cortisone 10 cream works great for insect bites. Oh, I'll try that too. I'm going to try everything because this is miserable. Do you guys have questions? Leave me some comments. Do the star thing. Thank you for helping me out. Matilda said hi, Kevin, to you. So glad you could stop by. All right. I'm getting to the questions, I think, here. Okay. Trying to get through these quickly. Thanks, Homer. I appreciate it. You guys are always so kind to me, making me feel good. Michelle Libby, ammonia works for mosquito bites. Not sure about no-see-ums. Ammonia? Really? Is that toxic? I mean, I think of it like the bleach, I guess. Martha says, try hand sanitizer on the bites. Burns like burns like hell, but will help dry them out. Talk to the pharmacies at the drugstore to see what they suggest. Oh, wow. I've got lots of sanitizer. I'll try that too. Thanks, Martha. Oh, Finding Joy. Oh. Lido Beach? I'll have to look that one up too. Lido, am I saying that right? Lido? Oh, Karen. In the south, we have beautiful Spanish moss hanging from the trees. Resist the urge. Stay away from it. Loaded with chicken. Oh, really? Okay, I touched it. Yeah, they had a lot of that in New Orleans. I only touched it once though, and I didn't get bit there. I don't like chiggers though. I've been bit by those before. Lee says, Lily. Jerry says, are you an Orlando Magic fan? I can't say that I am. I don't really watch sports. No offense. I just don't really watch sports. I used to watch football a little bit. Dallas Cowboys, of course, my favorites, and Seattle Seahawks, both places where I'm from. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to put that one up there. Lola says, when you're on the west coast of Florida, check out Steinhatchee area. It's a small fishing old town and very quaint southern part of Taylor County. Thank you for that, Lola. I'm writing that one down too. You guys have given me so many amazing places to stay. Okay. Just getting through these questions. Nicholas says, meet up with Adam the Woo. So I think you were the one that told me about him recently. I actually went and checked out his channel because I had never seen him, but he made it across. He was in Texas about the same time that I was because he was experiencing all that cold weather and ice. I could not believe he actually drove across Texas with all of that. That was absurd. And then I was on I-10 going through Louisiana, and it's just nothing but bridges. And that had to have been iced over. It was awful. Oh, Kimberly, thank you for that about the skin so soft. Behind the glass doors? Really? Why are they locking that up? Matilda says, your channel is your platform. Do whatever you like. Thank you, Matilda. I appreciate that. Karen says, I knew I would get this question. Are you ready to start using your AC? I am not. No. I know that sounds bizarre. Here's the thing though. Okay, so my AC will work without being plugged in, but it just means that my van is constantly going to be running to charge up my batteries. Because it'll drain the batteries like really, really quickly. And it's so loud, I can barely even think with that thing on. Now it'll like cool everything off really quickly, but it's too big for this van, to be honest. So I think probably the only time I would really use it is if I was plugged in, maybe, or if I just was going to do it for a brief moment. But I'll be honest, like how I've kind of tackled it in the past, unless it's just so overbearing, I will just try to acclimate and I'll sweat it out. I know it sounds weird, but I just try to acclimate because I just hate that thing so much. I just would rather not run it. Plus, like it just, like I said, it just will drain the battery so quickly. So I would have to be plugged in, I think, to use it. But great question. I think I remember when I was on the East Coast in 2017, I did use my AC a little bit because it was mostly the humidity. When that humidity is so bad, it just makes it a little bit miserable. Homer. Humidity 71 here outside Tallahassee, high of 81 today and currently 75. I feel like a weatherman. Thank you. Keep giving me those updates. Sorry, there was a RV coming by here. I'm in actually, so there's a casino over, there's a casino over here that's in Gulfport area. And so there's a lot of casinos actually over here off of the water. So that's where I'm staying tonight, or where I stayed last night was a casino in the parking lot. And it's actually really, really quiet over here. It wasn't bad. I can see that I'm already starting to do more parking lot, camping than I am being out in nature, which I don't prefer, but I'll do it in a pinch. I think once I get to Florida, it'll be a little bit different. I have more options there. In this stretch right here, like even the Harvest Host and some of the compendium sites, it's just really hard to find places. And then, of course, I have Thousand Trails, and it's not over in this area either. But it does have a lot in Florida. Carol says, why is it coming up? Carol says, love New Orleans when nothing's going on. The music is great. The city park and museum are nice. The people are wonderful. Yes. I had no idea about the city park. Do you guys know it's bigger than Central Park? It's huge. It was really, really beautiful. Yeah, I loved it too. And I didn't go to the French Quarter because it's just too busy. So I didn't go over there. I know it's like the thing, but if you don't know this about me, I'm not really into the touristy things. I don't like even when I went to Tombstone, Arizona, I was like, it was kind of cool from a history standpoint, but it was just too touristy for me. I didn't care for it that much. I'd rather stay away from places like that. I like to find like more unique places, kind of out of the way, something that's more peaceful, not a ton of people, especially given what the world is going through right now. Okay. Lola, she says, I'm in Alabama until school is out. Then it's westward bound, Arkansas, Texas, and Arizona, and north, circling to Maine and back down the East Coast. I hope our paths cross. Me too. Well, I'll be in Alabama tomorrow, or actually today. I'll be there. I'm leaving here today, and I'll be near Mobile, I think. But I'm actually going back down to the coast. I'm actually doing a what's it called? The National Geographic Scenic Highway and Byway. I'm going to be doing one of those. So yeah, we'll have to figure out something. I won't be on the West Coast until next year, but maybe once we're up in Maine, we'll see each other. Wapri says, we sold our 28-foot trailer in 2020. I want a 4x4 Rebel with all the bells and whistles. Oh yeah, those are super nice. I have a friend who has the Rebel, and she absolutely loves it. She actually was in the Santa Rosa fires in California several years ago. well, I guess it's more like 4 or 5 years ago now. She lost her house and everything in a fire. And instead of going and buying a house, she ended up buying the Rebel. And we always kind of giggled at her because when she lost everything, I mean, we weren't giggling at that, of course. But when she lost everything, she had to go buy new everything. And so we always said that she looked like she was a walking REI catalog because she had like, you know, those types of clothes on all the time and her Rebel. It was just really beautiful. I liked it a lot. I loved how the bed goes up and down. I would love to have something like that. Tara, finding joy seems like Chad and Paul always worked it out. Keep your daydream, address the matter in their recent video. What is that the AC thing? Is that what you're talking about, or keeping cool? I'll have to take a look at that. Ron C says, hi, Amber. Hope your day you're having a lovely morning so far. Good to see you. Hi, Ron. So good to see you here too. Thank you. I've appreciated a lot of your comments recently and for really sticking up for me and my channel. I appreciate that. Sorry, guys. I know I keep messing with my hair. You guys, people get on to me about it all the time, but the wind is kind of blowing and it's getting in my face. See, I do listen or read your comments. Okay, where are we at? Oh, we're at 128 people here. If you haven't already done it, if you can hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. It helps my videos get seen by more people. It always helps, everything we do. Okay. I'm just going through the comments. Sometimes I try to read the comments first a little bit before I put them up here. NJ says, bug bites, ice, white toothpaste, and hydrocortisone cream. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'll try that. I haven't, white toothpaste. I don't know if I have that. Michael Johnson says, good morning. Hello, Michael. So good to see you. So glad you're working your way east. Looking forward to seeing all of your adventures. Best to you from Tennessee. I'll be going through Tennessee at some point too. Matilda, we all wanted the Donna Summer look. We did, didn't we? Let's see. How about a quick tour of your RV? Oh, no, not right now. It's a little bit hard to do with the camera and stuff that I have on here. But maybe the next live stream I do, I'll get it set up properly. I would have to use my phone for that, and I don't have that prepared yet. But great idea. I'll do that the next time, I think. Maury from Traveling Solo says, I do not miss the humidity. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I never thought I would be back in this. Kevin from 30 and a Wake Up says, what's been your biggest challenge traveling during COVID? Oh, let's see. My biggest challenge. Trying to think. I wouldn't say there's been like too many challenges, except, well, I guess there's kind of two. They're not huge, but, well, one kind of is, but things just being closed. So there's been places I've been to where they're just not open at all. They don't even have a COVID reopening plan or something. Like a lot of places that you go to, they're accommodating the whole COVID and making sure people are doing social distancing and things like that. But there are some places that just aren't doing it. Like I wanted to go to Avery Island and go to the Tabasco factory, and they also have a huge botanical gardens over there, and they were completely closed. They've been closed, I guess, since last year. So there's that. And then, you know, I almost hate to even bring it up because there's so many passionate people with different opinions, but as for me, I wear a mask when I'm out and about to protect myself. We're not going to get into the politics of that or everybody's opinion. It's just, that's what I do. Okay. So for me, when I'm around people who aren't wearing it or they don't social distance, like it happens quite a bit actually, where they'll come right up so close to me. It's really bizarre in my opinion, like closer than they normally should be, even in a normal situation. So there's that. And then just not wearing masks. And the further east I get, the worse it gets, to be honest. Like on the West Coast, we were all wearing masks. Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, the further east I get, the worse that gets. But I guess that's really it. I haven't had too many problems, to be honest. I mean, with us being in van life, you're more out, out and about and kind of living off the land rather than being in cities and stuff. But so it's a little bit easier, but I guess that's really it. Oh, Linda says apple cider attracts them. The no-see-ums. Oh, see, I read differently. Dang it. I'm drinking it in my water. Suzanne says break off an aloe vera plant just get an aloe vera plant and break off a leaf. Oh yeah, that would probably be good. I always forget about that. I never really carry plants with me because, well, sometimes when I go into other countries, they don't allow them. Thank you for that recommendation, though. I love aloe vera. Matilda says, when you plan a big trip like this, do you make campground reservations or mostly boondock? Great question. I mostly boondock. Now the East Coast is different, and I haven't been out here in a while, but I do have the Thousand Trails campground. What do you call it? Membership. And sorry, these things are starting to itch now. I have that, and so I'll be booking more of those for sure. So down in Key West, though, there's Thousand Trails there, but they're completely booked up before I could even get to them. So I actually had to book an actual regular campground down there. There's just really no boondocking down there, from what I understand. I know Kevin from 30 and a Wake Up mentioned it to me, and several other people. You just can't really get away with it in Key West or the Keys. And so I will not obviously be doing that. So I booked a campground, but yeah, I mean, there's quite a few Thousand Trails along the way up on the East Coast and in Florida. So I'll be using those probably a lot more. In 2017, I did a lot of parking lot camping on the way to Maine and down a little bit of the East Coast. That was my very first year RVing, and so I just didn't know where to look for boondocking as much. I was still learning everything, and so I stayed in Walmart parking lots a lot. I don't prefer it. After a while, if I do it too much, I start getting a little bit of anxiety. Like I need to be in nature. So yeah, so I'm glad I have the Thousand Trails. I actually upgraded my membership, so I had access to more campgrounds along the way. JJ Jules says, what's Lily's favorite place thus far? Beaches are her favorite place. That girl comes alive when she's out on a beach. In fact, I just finished editing a video today or last night that shows her on the beach. And she's crazy. She runs around. She flips all over the place. Like that video won't come out for a little while, but probably in the next couple of weeks. But it's the one. What did I label that one? I can't remember. But it's the one in Mississippi. You'll see it. But yeah, she's a hoot. She's so funny when she gets out there. So anything with beaches is her favorite. She's pretty good anywhere actually, but she really seems to come alive on the beaches and the sand. Lola says, will you include reviews of the Thousand Trails parks? Wouldn't state parks be better? They usually have sites reserved for walk-up requests in the morning. State parks actually would be really great too. I mean, so let me answer your first question on the reviews of Thousand Trails. So yes, in my video, when I go to Thousand Trails, I typically will do a little bit of a review of the place and kind of show what the place has to offer. So yes, I will be showing that. And I'll talk about their cell phone reception as well, because I know that's really important to people, especially if you're a digital nomad. And as far as wouldn't state parks be better, I mean, state parks could be. I don't know. I love state parks, but I generally don't generally pay is really the thing. I try to boondock. I try to keep my budget low. But I knew on the East Coast that was going to be a little bit different. So yes, I would most likely stay at state parks. I would definitely stay at state parks over private RV parks private RV parks typically are a little bit more congested, and they're just, you know, they're trying to maximize the space that they have on that land, and so they put you closer together, and it's just not as pretty. Where the state parks are so much better. Yeah, but I would definitely do that. Okay, Martha, will you be staying at campgrounds the entire East Coast trip? No, I will be finding places to boondock along the way. I feel like it's going to be a great challenge for me to find places. Obviously, I want to make sure it's safe. Normally on the coast, you can find some stuff here and there, but some towns will crack down on it because they don't want, you know, they recognize that there's a lot of us van lifers or RVers out there, and they don't want it to be completely congested by all of us out there on the streets. But yeah, I will be trying to find other places besides just campgrounds for sure, and not just Walmarts either, like actual nature. Okay. Dima, hello. I see a Berkey behind your back. Could you quickly summarize your likes and dislikes about it? I love it. It's actually a really great, it's a travel Berkey, so it's one of the smaller ones that they have. I've never had any issues with it. The filters last a really long time, especially for me being just by myself in here. I think I estimated when I first bought it that the filters would last me for about 5 years, drinking or consuming, using about 2 gallons of water a day out of that. So it's a really long time for filters. So it's worth the cost when you price it out. The water tastes phenomenal no matter what water I put into it. And because I get water from all different sources in different states, different counties, well water, city water, it's always different. And so, you know, it can taste different from place to place. So it seems to always taste exactly the same to me, which is nice. It can filter river water too. If or any kind of, really, it's supposed to be able to filter any water and just completely get rid of the contaminants. I've never actually done that, but I think Kevin has. He has he doesn't have the travel Berkey, but he has a water bottle that's a Berkey, and it has a filter inside of it, and you can just go to a stream or a river and like dip it in and get the water out. As far as the cons, I don't really have too many cons, to be honest. I mean, the suction, so it has an upper chamber and a bottom chamber. And if you fill the water too much and you're driving around, that water seems to get caught in between the two chambers, the lip around where they fit into each other. And it creates a super tight suction. And so when you go to get water out of the Berkey, it doesn't come out very well. So you have to like kind of pull it up and let it dry out. You have to pull the top chamber out, let it rest on a little bit of an angle on the bottom chamber, and then it will dry out. But it's not a big deal. So I deal with it. But I haven't ever really had too many cons about it, to be honest. You have to clean it out every once in a while, make sure it's nice and clean. The filters are cleaned inside. But other than that, it's really great. Okay. Linda says, miss the area. You will be in Florida. Sanibel Island is amazing. Captivia, YouTube live cams. Oh, I'll have to check those out too. Thank you. I'm going just along the coast. That's my whole trip, is following the coast. So I'll be down the West Coast, down to the Keys, up the East Coast, probably going somewhere in between as well, inland. Just kind of depends. I haven't planned it all out, but that's the general idea. My gypsy adventure, hello. I just woke up. So cool to see you doing a live feed. I enjoyed the Marfa video. I didn't know about the mystery lights. I definitely plan to visit now. Yeah, that was bizarre, wasn't it? I saw so many of your comments that you thought that it was definitely a UFO that I saw. Like, it was not a shooting star. So I don't know, but it was really cool, wasn't it? I was so happy to have my GoPro at night on that night lapse. I'm trying to think of the word. Definitely got to check it out. It's just a cute little quirky town. Maury from Traveling Solo says, have you ever experienced condensation in the van? And if so, how did you handle it? I did not in the van. Well, wait, did I in the van? Yes, I have in the van. In the front windows, sometimes I will when I have my shades up, those little shades. But I've never had it anywhere else. I imagine that I'll probably have to get some of those. There's like little containers that you can buy. I think it's called Damp Rid or something like that. You can buy at like a Home Depot or things, or a place like that, and you can put inside the van when it's really humid. When I had my Class C and I went out to the East Coast in 2017, I had to buy some of those because I did get moisture inside the van. I'm sorry, inside the Class C RV, and then also under the bed, the mattress, and that one I actually, so you have to be really, really careful, of course, with your mattress and moisture, because especially in this humidity, you can get the moisture under there if it doesn't have good airflow. So there's some stuff that you can put underneath your bed. There's a couple of things that work really well. One is just to have slotted, like a slotted frame at the bottom. So you have the boards. Maury, I know you know this, but you have the slotted frame that will help create airflow under the bed. If you don't have that and you just have the flat particle board like most RVs come with, then you can put some stuff underneath it called, gosh, what is the name of it? It's so that you can, there's a, gosh, I can't think of either of the names of them right now, but there's a company, Hypervent is the name of it. It's you can buy them at marine stores, but there's a cheaper version of it. So go look up Hypervent. And it's this green like material, and I know I had seen it before, and it's actually in the furnace section of Home Depot, and it's just that flat, I think it's called natural air or something like that, nature air, and it comes in sheets that are just square and they're really thin, but it's that kind of green, I don't know, meshy looking stuff that's for furnaces. And I put that under my bed when I was in that Class C. It looks like it's Hypervent stuff, but the Hypervent is like really, really expensive compared to that. And so I put that under and that was fine. But yeah, with the humidity, I'll probably have to do something. Great question, Maury. If you guys haven't checked out Maury's channel, he's at Traveling Solo. He actually used to be in a Heimer van, and trader, he sold it. And he got a why can I never say it? Rialta, that's it. RV, and he's been really like jazzing that thing up, doing some modifications on it, and getting it ready to go out for him. So go check out his channel and see what he's done. It's really a really cool RV. All right. Carrie Lane says she's looking for a Ram ProMaster or Ford Transit high top. We'll do a minimal build to start and add on as I go at the suggestion of Van City Van Life, purging since the fall, heading out from Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, so cool. Thanks for answering me. Yeah, so Chrome on Van City Van Life, he's amazing. He's got some really great ideas for those high top vans as well. And the Ram ProMaster, that's what I have. It's been a really great van for me. I've liked it. Haven't had really any issues with it. Ramona says, have you ever tried a dehumidifier? So how did it work for you? I have not. I just think that would be an extra thing in here that I just don't think I would want, but I don't know. I'll never say never, because you just never know with stuff like this. Plus the other thing too is like, if it's so hot outside that you need to have, like, the windows are open for me right now because there's a nice breeze coming in, but it's still humid. And I'm actually like, I'm feeling a lot better right now once I kind of get settled. But like once you move around a lot, you start getting hot. Okay, so Martha says, AC suggestion, if you're going to upgrade your van, you should go to Ohio to Advanced RV and get the Houghton AC. It's so quiet you can whisper to someone else. It's not cheap though. Oh yeah, I like Advanced RV, but they are not cheap, and I don't know about that AC either, how that would work. But I'll check into that. It's a great idea. Yeah, they build some really, really, really great RVs. Completely custom. Pretty expensive, but they're amazing. Oh, you asked for the humidifier. I got that one. Oh, Suzanne says, what about Harvest Host? Yes, I actually am staying at Harvest Host as well. I stayed at a Harvest Host when I was in New Orleans. They're brand new to Harvest Host. I'm not going to give it away till the video comes out, but it is an amazing place, and they're kind of in the heart of New Orleans too. So I have a feeling they're going to be really, really busy. But yes, so kind of my how I do this is the first things that I check for is, just so kind of you guys know my method, is I'm looking at my apps really quick. So I have several apps. So I use, let's see if it comes up here. There it is. Campendium. That's not going to come up very well. So the first thing that I typically do when I'm trying to find a place to boondock is I look at Campendium. I like Campendium. I actually support them. I can't remember how much I pay, like 20, 25 bucks a year, something like that. They're an amazing company. They're actually escapers too. And I met them, a really great couple who started this company, and they have a filter on there where you can filter out, you know, expensive places to stay versus least expensive places to stay if you want to pay for something. And then they have the option for free. And then you can also select if you want to filter it for if there's cell service. So you can actually pick your cell service provider. You only get that option if you support their company. If you get the free version, you don't have that filter. So I always have AT&T and Verizon. And so I pick those two plus free, and then I see if I can find something. If I can't find something in that area, then I go to iOverlander app and I check that to see if there's anything in the area. iOverlander is really great for people who are in vans and cars. If you're in a bigger, like class A, it might be hit or miss what you'll get there, but they're really a great option too. The next thing that I do, if I can't find anything there, I also look at Thousand Trails to see if there's anything. And then I go to Harvest Host. I'll check that. I always check Harvest Host anyways, because Harvest Host has not just breweries, wineries, and farms. They actually have museums and like historical places that you can go to as well. So I always look for that option. In fact, I stayed at one, I can't remember where I was at now. Somewhere in Louisiana. I stayed at one that was this historical museum. It was really cool. It was an outdoor kind of period. You know, it showed you like what the houses and architecture looked like back in like the 1800s in the Louisiana area. Super cool place. So I always look for places like that. Then if I completely strike out on all of those, I'll also look at Google Maps really quick and see if I can zoom in on areas and find places to stay. If I can't find anything with Google Maps, then that's when I start looking at an All Stays app, because that shows me like the Cracker Barrels, Walmarts, those type of camping, not camping. Oh, it actually has Camping World on there, Bass Pro Shop, those places that you can stay at. So I start looking at those. So that's kind of my last resort. Yeah, because then you're just in a parking lot at that point, which is what happened here. I actually had to go to my All Stays app, and that's where I found the casino. And some of those are also on Campendium as well. Great question, Suzanne. Okay, let's see. NJ Anderson says, are there enough Harvest Host sites between Florida and Maine to be useful? I think so, definitely. I've looked just briefly, and there's plenty of places, I think, for me to stay along that area, along with the Thousand Trails and Campendium. But I just did a cursory review. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm not getting through these questions fast enough. Okay. Lee says, did you watch Nomadland? What did you think? I haven't seen it yet. No, I don't have Hulu. And I just haven't gotten it. I've been kind of busy traveling and stuff, so I just haven't watched it yet. I don't know, like I heard it was kind of depressing, so I'm not sure if I want to watch it right now, but we'll see. Hello, where's Tiffany? Looking beautiful this morning. Thank you, girl. I think you're headed out this way too, aren't you? Gotta catch up. I left her in Arizona, or maybe it was California. I can't remember. She also has a van. You have to check out her channel as well. Larry. I'm full time in my truck camper in Washington State. Oh, I love that. I love those truck campers. You have to let me know which one you have. I like your channel, and may I just say the Expanse is great, and go Hawks. Go Hawks. The Expanse, yes. Oh, I love that. I know I've been talking a lot about it. I actually finished the seasons that they have now, but they have another one supposedly coming out, but I'm assuming it won't come out till later in the year or next year. Okay. Kimberly says, how often have you met any of your subscribers during your travels? Would love to meet you in person if you get close to the, I'm going to butcher that, Titusville area, Florida. Space Coast. Love your channel. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I don't actually meet, I mean, I meet people on the road, but I move around so much that I don't always meet everybody. I'm actually thinking about doing a subscriber meetup though. But somewhere like, out in a park or something like that, or even if there's like a restaurant that we can go to that has outdoor seating, that would be cool too. So I'm still working on that. And I was actually trying to think how I'm going to announce it or figure it out, like who can be there, because I'm off of Facebook. I still have my Facebook accounts open, but that's how I usually would communicate it and see how many people are going. So I don't know, maybe Facebook was a good thing for that. I'll have to figure that one out though. But not all of you are on that. So maybe I don't know, I'll figure it out. But yes. And then with COVID and everything that happened, I wasn't meeting anybody for the longest time just because of, just trying to be careful and stuff. Okay. Thank you guys. Desiree says, Amber, you can stay at my vacation house in Daytona. Thank you very much. We'll have to connect. I know you and I've emailed a little bit back and forth. Kevin from 30 and a Wake Up says, would you consider doing a program like Remote Year, doing some international travel outside of the van? I don't know. I might. I don't know if I would do Remote Year. I know it was really great for you. I don't know if I would do it for a full year though, if I did it. Like maybe if they had a 6-month program or something like that. Only because I like to kind of do things at my own pace as well. But I do like the idea of what Remote Year offers, which is being able to travel with other people into these countries that maybe you've never been to. And for me, that would be none of them. And feeling like you have a support network. So I feel like I would want to have something like that, especially that first time traveling internationally, and especially if I was by myself. But I've really wanted to send my van over. That was one of the reasons I bought the van, is because it would be perfect sending it over to Europe and traveling in that. So I'm really considering that at some point. I'm not sure when yet, maybe next year or the year after. I'm not 100%. So, but yeah, great question. Thank you, Lola. 141 watching, 153 now, and only 89 thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, people, please. It helps the channel. Kevin says, on the travel Berkey question, yep, I drank swamp water in my Berkey sport puddle. Really? Swamp water? Okay. That would be an interesting little thing to do, Kevin, is like test the water, like the regular water versus the Berkey sport bottle, and show, like, actually, maybe you've already done it, but show how the water looks like before and then after going through that sports bottle. I'm actually may get that thing. That's a really cool thing that Berkey has. Ron C says, I was a Chihuahua parent for 14 years before my kitty passed away 4 years ago. And when I see Lily, I'm reminded so much of my little girl. How did the two of you find each other? Oh, I'm very sorry about Kitty. It's always hard losing a pet for sure. How did I find Lily? So I actually had a dog prior to Lily. His name is Dylan, and I'd had him since he was 6 months old, and he got sick and passed away about the age of 13. He was a bigger dog. He was a mix between a lab and a border collie. Beautiful, beautiful boy. And it was really hard for me when he passed away. So it took me a while, several years, to even think about getting another dog. And so I believe that we're really connected with our animals. And especially, I think, as I'm learning more about being an empath, I definitely have this animal empath in me that connects me with them. And so I feel like you kind of have a pet soulmate, if you will. I know that probably sounds weird, but one that like is meant for you and you're meant for them. And because I think our animals teach us a lot of things too. And so it took me about 3 months. I was looking and looking and looking. I was in Seattle at the time, and I'd met a couple of dogs at the Humane Society, and I just didn't really connect with them and just wasn't the right fit. And I never even thought I would get a smaller dog, but because when my bigger dog when he passed away, he was actually paralyzed on his back legs. And it was really hard for me to carry him. There were times I had to carry him. He was 75 pounds. And so I thought, I'm going to have to get a smaller dog because there's going to be a time when they get sick and you have to take care of them. And so I was looking for a smaller dog, and then in my search for a dog, I was actually on the Seattle Humane Society website, and I saw her picture, and there was just something about it. I was like, that's her. I knew it was her. And I went to go meet her, and it was the sweetest thing. She really knew how to get to me. She ran. So they brought her into this room after I kind of, told them that I wanted to potentially adopt her. They brought her into this room, and they put her down on the floor, and she ran and jumped in my lap and put her little head right here against my neck and nuzzled my head. But she was shaking the whole time until she did that. And then she just fell asleep right there. And I was like, okay, she's it. That's how we found each other. And yeah, it's been a love affair with her ever since. She's such a sweet girl. Yeah. She's good for me, and I'm good for her, I think. You always say, like, who rescued who, right? Yeah. All right. Great question. Okay. Deborah says, on the skin irritation, mix 5 drops of lavender essential oil with a teaspoon of sweet almond oil. Dab a drop of the mix on itchy spot. Great for blisters too. Oh, great idea. Thank you so much, Deborah. I think I actually do have the lavender. And maybe, I don't know if I have almond. I'll have to check it out. Maybe can I use like olive oil or something? Okay. Hello, Michelle. So glad you can make it here. Swamp water. Yikes. I know, right? Kevin. Those things really work, though. Karen says, do you have a mouse prevention routine? I do. I have some essential oil that I use that has peppermint in it, and I spray that around the van if I'm going to be anywhere for any length of time. And I also spray it under the hood. And I have, what are those things called? I forgot. There's another name. There's these like little packets that you can buy. Cab Fresh, that's the name of them. They're these little packets that you can buy, and I put them by the doors that help to prevent mice. And so far I haven't had any since I was in Colorado. And also Kevin, actually, when we were camping together in Colorado, he had this 2-pack of this little box that you can plug in, and it emits this like sound frequency that's supposed to keep mice away. And so I actually plug it outside. I have an outside plug, and I'll plug it in there if I'm in any place for any length of time, just to make sure I don't get them. So ever since I started doing all of that, I haven't had any issues. So thank you for that, Kevin, too. Okay. Shabna says, hello, Amber from Kevin's channel. Thank you so much for coming over. And she says, hey, Kevin, I appreciate you coming over here and introducing yourself. Let's see. Marjorie says, saw your past videos concerning weight. Check out James Corden. Fat shaming on YouTube, you will laugh and learn. Oh, I think someone told me about this. I have to still go watch it. Thank you so much. Maybe it was you that told me about it. Yeah, I guess he like really called out some people who were doing that. Oh, Amy says that she's using a dehumidifier in her RV. She has a Class C. Oh my gosh, I got to get through these questions fast. It's 11:05 now. We're an hour into it. Hey Tracy, so good to see you here. Garrison says, what's your cost of gas diesel for a regular month of travel on average, please? It just really depends on how much I'm traveling. I budget $500 a month, but I don't always use it, especially if I'm out on the West Coast and not traveling as much. But for this trip, I kind of looked at how much it was going to cost me for the East Coast trip, and I'm looking at probably $2,500 to $3,000 just on gas for the whole year. So that's about right when I think about my budget. But yeah, so sometimes it can be a little amount, it can be a bigger amount, just depending on how much I travel. Martha says, Tony wants to know if you ever parked in church or hospital parking lots. Someone in the Travato group says they've done this for years, never questioned. Oh, I don't usually park at church parking lots because I find that they tend to kick you out. I haven't personally done it, but I know people who have. Hospitals, I think I've stayed one time in a hospital parking lot. It's a little bit noisy for obvious reasons. And I forgot, I'm glad you mentioned that. I will stay at a hotel parking lot. So, you know, like those hotels that are off of the freeway. So you have like Marriott's or Motel 6 or Clarions. They typically don't care. They usually have plenty of room out there for you to stay. So, but I'll pull up at night. I don't want to pull up during the middle of the day, and I'll stay there for the night. That's another one that I do just when I'm in a pinch. But it's usually a little bit quieter too than a parking lot out here, like at a Walmart. Walmarts aren't bad, by the way. Don't get me wrong. I've used Walmarts plenty, but they tend to be a little bit noisy, and they also have, if you've never experienced this, they have those street sweepers that they use in the middle of the night, and I swear it's really loud. It wakes you up, and they'll come like right by your van. They're just doing their job, but it's really loud, and you just don't get a really good night's sleep. But it's not all the time. Brandy says, I love Where is Tiffany? Yes, she's amazing. You have to check out her channel. And it looks like Tiffany's on her way this way too. Hopefully we'll meet up, Tiffany. Okay, I'm going to get through these. We're going to go to 11:20, with 11:20 my time, and then we will be done. So if you have any more, I'm trying to get through these. So much for being here. I really appreciate it. I have so much fun doing these videos or these live streams with you guys. Oh, Deborah says that she has the big Berkey, just haven't figured out how to prime the filters correctly yet. Any help appreciated. Oh yeah, so there's that little disc that you, let's see if I have mine right here. I don't know where it's at. I think I have it right in here. This is my little container that I have to organize stuff. Where did that thing go? Oh, here it is. Yes. So this little thing right here. So you just have to put this on the filter and then put your faucet on top of this, and then it pushes all the water through like really easily. And that's how you prime it. Hopefully that makes sense. There's a lot of videos on it too that will help you. Maybe that shuts. Berkey has a bunch of videos on it, YouTube videos. God, see, look at my hair. It's like completely flat now. Nana on the run. When you first went out on the road, did you find it hard to keep your water consumption down? Any tricks to reserving your water level? Yeah, it was a little bit different. So just you know, if you're washing up, you just need to make sure that you do, like, if you have a shower, you do the military shower method where you turn the faucet on and off. Usually the shower head will have a little button that you can press. That keeps your water consumption down. When you wash dishes, I use a spray. So Dawn has a spray soap that you can use. I used to make my own until Dawn came out with it, but I had a spray bottle that I would put a little bit of water, vinegar, and a little bit of soap inside of it, and then shake it up. And that's what I would use, because then you just spray a little bit on. You're not, you know how like when you put like direct soap on your dishes, it's, you know, there's a lot on there and it takes a lot of water to get it off. So if you use the spray method, you're not having to use as much water. So that's what I do. I don't use paper plates, paper products, any of that stuff. I don't like the waste of all of that. So I do have actual dishes, but using the spray method or just using vinegar and water will get everything clean. So that's how I conserve water that way. Hopefully that helps you. Okay, what time is it? 11:11. Daryl says, hello, Daryl, how are you? How do you level your Heimer? I usually don't. I just will back it up and move it forward 5 or 6 times, sometimes 10, to get it pretty level. I do have leveling blocks, so I only bring them out if I absolutely must. Just because, like, it's just another thing that you have to get out and do and tear down when you leave. So I don't generally use them. Like I said, unless I'm at a campground and I'm really off level. But yeah, I just kind of do the go forward, back up, you know, diagonal, like figure out where that land is, go out and look at the land and make sure I can get level. But that's kind of what I do. It's a little bit easier when you have a van that's a short wheelbase. Doesn't have too much of a problem. Now, when I had my Class C, I was always leveling it because it was longer wheelbase, bigger RV, and you could really feel it when it's unlevel. Plus, the other thing with that is when you have a refrigerator that uses the absorption method of cooling the refrigerator, which typically is it's on propane. The way that the absorption method works, I won't get into the details of it, but the way that it works, you have to keep your van or your RV very level within like a 3% range. And if you don't, you could actually damage the absorption method and it can crack. And if it's on propane, you don't want that because that can actually lead to a fire. So just I don't want to scare people, but you got to be really, really careful with that. My refrigerator, thankfully, is not absorption. It is the, where are my words today? Oh my gosh. Compressor method. And you don't have to deal with that. So I can be as off level as I want and I won't have any issues with that. MH, oh, great question. Do you keep a go bag in case things go bad? There are a lot of YouTube videos about prepping, being that you are partway there, wondering if you feel the need. I don't really keep one. No, I mean, all my stuff is like just so close I can grab things really quickly, but no, I don't. I used to when I had my Class C, only because I was always scared of that refrigerator I was just telling you about and having that absorption method. That one did scare me quite a bit. So I would have something, and here I don't. And it was much bigger RV, so I didn't really, I felt the need to have it there, but here I don't. I can grab it, throw it out, or do it. Yeah, great question. Glorious Life on Wheels says, what equipment are you using to be able to stream live and get internet remotely? I have 2 hotspots. One is this, if you can see this Netgear, this is on the AT&T network. And then I have a Verizon hotspot also. So I have 2 for the purpose of making sure I can always have internet wherever I go. Those are the 2 best ones. And so I just make sure that I'm in a place that actually has a cell signal, a really great cell signal. I also have a Wii Boost that has an antenna on top. And then there's a small antenna that's hooked to the actual Wii Boost that allows the signal to come directly to these hotspots. easier. And so I use that to really boost that signal. I had to use that a couple of times actually on the coast. It saves me most of the time. I usually can get a pretty decent signal where I can do live streams and, you know, upload my videos and things like that. So hopefully that helps. The plans that I will tell you, the plans that I'm on are not actually sold through the, well, the Verizon one is actually sold through Verizon, but it's a grandfathered plan. They don't have it anymore, but the AT&T one is on a third-party network, and that's actually one that I support. I'm an affiliate for them. It's about $150 a month. It's gotten quite expensive since AT&T changed their plans. I know you can also look at Nomad Internet, and then Elon Musk is coming out with something hopefully soon for all of us. I'm really, really hoping that that is a good option for us nomads. Hopefully by the end of the year, I think. All right, got 5 more minutes here. Did I get through all the questions? Homer says, the National Geographic route you mentioned is that Highway 98. I recommended a stop on St. George Island Park for the beach. It's really nice and has camping. Oh, St. George Island Park. Did I get that one? I don't think so. I don't know the exact highway actually. The one that I was on 90, going from New Orleans. But I think you're talking about Florida. I think. Okay. I'll have to look at that one. All right, I think am I through all the questions? Pretty much, I think. Sorry, just going back through here really quick to make sure. Oh, wait, here's Jen Humphrey. Sorry, I missed yours. I have so much stuff to purge. Clothes, furniture, holiday decor. I've tried eBay, but lost money on shipping. I don't Facebook, so the Facebook market is out. What is the best way to sell? Yard sale. I did the Facebook marketplace. I know you're saying that you can't do that, but maybe it's worth it to add just a quick account to do that. The other thing is Craigslist at the time. I posted on Craigslist, and I would post like individual items that were like the bigger items. And then I did a yard sale, and then I just gave everything away after that. Or I also had like, I told my neighbors about it. I did kind of an open house where people could come in and basically look at all my furniture and all the stuff as it was sitting in each room. And then they could decide if they wanted to purchase it at that point. So I did that too. I just reached out to my neighbors. So that was a great way of getting rid of a lot of things in the beginning, to be honest. All right. I think we are, oh, one more. This is going to be my last one. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Daryl, about Starlink. It's a fixed address plus a few miles, not mobile yet. I know there's a lot. The beta testers are fixed address, but we're hoping that they're going to do the mobile ones here at some point. But I haven't gotten up to date on that, but hopefully soon. Okay, so here's the last question. RV and me, how are you doing with your IG and Facebook? I have been off of them. I go check the IG every once in a while because I do connect with a few people on there, but I haven't been posting anything. And I'll be honest, like I'm kind of struggling with that right now. So I haven't posted anything on Facebook. I actually love not being on it. Love, love, love it. And I have kept my messenger open in case I need to connect with people that way as well. But I'm struggling with Instagram because Instagram it's obviously different than Facebook, but I still always have to create extra content for Instagram. And I kind of miss like actually posting just some of my pictures, you know, and stuff that I have along the way on my trips, which I think is kind of beneficial for people. It's how I find out about places sometimes that I want to go to because I see people's pictures. So I'm struggling with whether I should keep doing that one, but I mean, to be honest, I've loved not having it. Yeah, not having to create the extra content, not having to, I guess, think about it. I mean, it all adds up. And especially now that I'm doing daily videos, it feels so much more freeing to not have it. But yeah, I've enjoyed not having it. And I haven't felt the pain of it, to be honest. It hasn't felt like a pain. Like I feel like my mind is freer and I'm able to like read more and do more things that I really enjoy rather than focusing on social media. That's it. So mostly what I do now is I just post here on YouTube, and I post pictures on there. I post obviously the videos. I communicate with you guys through community there. You can see that I'm doing the live streams now, even more. So I don't know, for me, it's been really great. Actually, sorry, Ron, I'll get to yours in just a second. RV, I mean, great to hear, and just post the photos or turn away straight after. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I might just post them and not have to worry about like doing a bunch of words, you know, like writing a bunch of content for it. That's the thing. I struggle with that, is you have to write content for it. You have to do keywords. Like there's a whole business thing to it. And I feel like maybe you're right. Maybe I just post pictures and don't worry about all the other stuff. Maybe that's what I'll do. And that way you guys can see like some of the behind the scenes stuff that I do with that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay. Ron says, I've already paid the deposit for Starlink, hoping it'll be mobile when I move into van life October 1st. Ooh, me too. So I'm curious about the satellite though. How big is the satellite on this thing? I'm assuming you can if you have a van. Is it small? I don't know. I haven't checked into it yet. All right, guys, we are at 11:21. Thank you guys so much for coming on here and joining the live stream with me. I really, really appreciate it. And if you haven't hit that like button, hit the like button for me. And I'll see you next weekend on Saturday, hopefully Saturday. It always depends on where I'm at and making sure that I have a cell connection, but I like kind of doing these on Saturday. All right. Oh, I guess I didn't even really talk to you guys about that, did I? The daily videos. So yes, I'm starting to go to daily videos. I didn't want to say anything before. You might have seen that I was posting a little bit more videos, about 3 or 4 a week. I think 3 actually, and then doing a live stream. I've always wanted to go to daily videos, but I hadn't done it. I was actually scared about it because I was like, oh my gosh, can I keep up with the pace? So I actually started vlogging every single day almost a month ago, and seeing if I could keep up pace and only releasing like 3 videos a week. And I've been able to keep up pace and also get some like kind of videos in the log, so that I am still, you know, posting about 2 weeks behind roughly. And so I've been able to do it. So as of yesterday, that was my first, like, I guess kind of daily video. The live streams will be on Saturday, and then there'll be a video like every day after that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm having so much fun with it. It's been a really interesting process for me. I've had to really streamline some things and get some things figured out to do it, but I'm excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. I figured with going to the East Coast, there's so much to see and do that I'm going to have to go to daily videos to get everything in, or else my weekly videos were going to be like 2 hours long, which nobody is going to watch. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoy it. And I will see you guys next Saturday. And well, I guess actually you'll see my videos throughout the week, but I'll see you guys live next Saturday. All right, guys, thank you again. Have a great week. Bye.